I'm Caroline Benjamin. I set up the Food Allergy Aware back in 2012. Do you really offer a 3 from experience, or is it a token gesture? Statements on websites. I'm actually gluten and lactose intolerant, so when I go out, I actually search websites, have a look on TripAdvisor, try and find places where I can go and eat before I come. I do plan where I can. And social media, as you were saying about Instagram and Twitter, the food allergy customer is actually very active on social media. They share the information about where they're eating. Within the gluten-free options, the sizes are smaller. You know, we actually are not midgets. We do want to eat the same size food as everybody else. Think about how your menu is. Can you actually say you're gluten-friendly? I don't know. It's, you know, what is gluten-friendly? So we need to think about whether it's suitable for celiac, and they're the people that are really quite hard on you on social media if it's not actually communicated correctly. Are you including the may contain information? They both look very similar. So the one on the right is the standard, on the left here is the gluten-free, and they look the same. So the customer experience when it actually arrives is positive. It's very important that people realise there is a difference between celiac disease and intolerance. That those people with celiac disease are quite adamant about what they will eat, and they're strict about how they eat and the may contains, etc. And because they can become very, very ill. Dairy-free is quite an issue. And she said, oh, we did try to get you a dairy-free spread, but we just obviously couldn't. But she thought Flora was. There is actually a free from Flora available now. Also to highlight is dairy-free is also as dangerous as a nut allergy. This young lad, his father contacted me very recently and we've been talking, and his son was served a pasta which had dairy in, and unfortunately he passed away. He died of anaphylaxis. And people seem to think that nuts are the only thing that can cause anaphylaxis. It's other products as well. We're not doing enough for that dairy-free customer and trying to provide it. When I have a scone and I go for afternoon tea, I'd quite like to have a bit of coconut cream. One of the things that I try and come away from is having a disclaimer. Try and talk to people, put an allergy policy on your website. Think about the positive communication, and it was all about a can-do sandwich. When a customer comes in, tell them what you can do first, then talk about the filling and say, this is what we do, this is how our processes are, and then finish with a can-do sandwich, or would you like, we can do this for you. It's very positive. One of the areas that I really struggle in is food on the go. So obviously I travelled up here, stopped at the service station, there was nothing. I mean, I think McDonald's chips are my safe go-to place, etc. when you go to service stations. And actually, if you start doing food really well for gluten-free, the gluten-free customer or the free-from customer will travel an extra 10 miles to get to somewhere to eat that they know is safe. Do you have a good allergy folder to make it easier for your staff to find that information? And there are 14 allergens out there that you have to be aware of, but actually there are over 250 allergens that are out there. Some people I know are obviously allergic to tomatoes, kiwi, which is an up-and-coming one. So thank you all.
Thank you, Caroline.